Hey guys, and welcome back to another fan design and history showcase. Today we're gonna be checking out the Asahi TX-6036. We'll go into it deep into its history and its design features. So let's get started. So first of all, Asahi was founded in 1982 with only a few fans in their lineup. I think it was box fans and yeah, it wasn't that much. And then 1986 came. They expanded what they had. So I'm not sure if the Asahi TX was released first with the silver grills. I'm not sure, but if they did, then there's a version of this fan with silver grills. And yeah, that's the first version, theoretical version of the TX-6036. And then in the early 90s, they changed it up a bit with the beer logo. No, not the beer logo yet. We still have the old logo, but then they had the new badge and then normal colored grills. So I'm not sure if the late 80s version, like the 1989 one, that's a pretty short era. It had a different badge, but it's like plain and it's not designed. So yeah, I'm not even sure because no one has seen a TX below 1997 because I am not sure. The next version we're gonna be talking about is the 1997 version, and that one has a Asahi beer logo badge now, and it's ringless. It basically looks like this, but it's triangular bladed, and then it has the beer logo badge. The front one is ringless, the rear not really. And then the body beer logo, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if the sticker stayed the same, but it's gonna be a beer logo. This one has the current Asahi logo, and nothing much changed on the base since 1997. The next version we're gonna talk about is the 2000s version, which has this current badge, but it's still ringless, and it still has the triangular blades, and it probably has the new sticker. Actually, no, it might have a beer logo here again, but might have this plain sticker, so I'm not really sure. Same base again. There's only minor differences with the base mold, like the cement they use. In the back here, we have the rear motor cover. So, about the rear motor cover, this changed a lot. I don't even know what the 80s and the early 90s one looked like. But in 1997, I know what it looked like. It almost looked like the Asahi PF series, except it was really long, had vents in the back. That was also the case for the 2000s version, but some of the 2000s versions actually had this current one, so doesn't really matter that much either. Then we have minor change in 2004, basically the same as the 2000s one, but they finally used this current blade. And then after a few years, about 2006, I guess, it now looks like this. Well, yeah, they had some phased out color variations for the years. So they had this normal white color. The blade color may be black. The ring lock may be different as well. And the badge, I don't know what they were doing, but honestly, this color scheme changed multiple times, like this specific white and black one. They also had a blue one, which always had a black blade, and it's dead. Like the dark blue one, not the light blue one. The light blue one is still being sold. The dark blue one, yeah, it's dead. And then there's the maroon red one, a dark maroon one with black. Actually, the blade color slightly varied. No, not really, not the blade color. I don't know if the ring lock did vary, but yeah, there were 4 colors for this. Now there's only 2 left, this one and the light blue one. So yeah, now let's talk about the design features. So first of all, we have really nicely manufactured grills. Ain't flimsy, that's mostly body wobble. We have a handle that barely fits your hand, might actually just... But this is actually the main handle, so I don't even know why there's a handle here. You can just lift the fan over here. And then we have the air-mate oscillation knob, or Asahi. I don't even know who made this one. Pretty sure they're all just air-mate, because the motor is air-mate. So yeah, it's a really reliable motor. The air-mate motors, they last a long time. So yeah, one of the best modern motors ever. So here's our air-mate motor. It has a 20mm stator. It's pretty large for a 16-inch fan of modern times. This is pretty small for like a vintage one. Like, this ain't really that big. But for a blade of this like weight and capacity, yeah, this is overkill. Like, that stator, pretty neat, to be honest. This is air-mate. I don't know. Oh yeah, another design change. This capacitor used to be stored in the body, which is a pain in the ass. Now it's not. So yeah, it's pretty neat. We have the non-separatable gearbox. I don't know why everyone keeps thinking these gearboxes are so hard to remove. There's literally just 2 screws here, and yeah, it's really easy to fix it. Like, I don't even know what people are complaining about with that. We have basically almost no spacing between the copper and the stuff. There's no cooling spacers like CVC, but honestly, I don't like those. They can break. But yeah, it still does help if the rotor had an integrated cooler like Matsushita does. But yeah, there isn't. There's wire. Like, I like this because most people don't have this. Matsushita does have it, but you have to manually wrap it around yourself and put it down. This one has this clip pins over here, so you can easily route it to the body switch. And yeah, pretty beefy motor, really reliable. They're really good bushings. Yeah, expect some of these motors to last a long time, but honestly, Asahi's just getting really expensive now. Honestly, all brands. The SF40V, last time I bought that, it was 2,100 pesos. Now it's 3,200. I don't even know. Now the TX is also now 3,000 pesos. It was the first one to get more expensive, to be honest. When I bought this, it wasn't even that expensive. It was like 2, 3, like the new one's just 3,000. Oh my god, the economy's destroyed for fans, to be honest. Yeah, but there's the motor. Now let's talk about a blade for a minute. You might think this is just an Asahi, the same blade for an Asahi for 80s. No, it's not. It might have the same similar shape, but the core is not. It's like really thin, so you'll know it's an old Asahi blade that's rounded, because that's pretty much like for the 90s and 80s models. The 97 ones have the triangular, as I said, in the 2000s one, and the 2004, no, not really, not 2004. It has the rounded blades already. So 2 eras had the triangular blades. I honestly kind of liked it, those triangular blades. I don't have an example because all my fans were rounded bladed. So yeah, my 625Rs, yeah, they're all rounded. One of them was ringless. One of them was a 2004. It was the first one to break down. So since I didn't know how to fix fans yet, yeah, that didn't last very long. So there's the Asahi logo. I don't know what happened there. Oh, it's just dust. There's the Asahi logo. The current one from 2000. Seriously, they never changed it. And here's the TX body, which also pretty much never changed since 2000. I think, no, not 2000. Yeah, 2000. This body has never changed since 2000. We have a little bit of quality control issue here. I don't know what that is, or maybe that's just me not being able to. We have these feature lines over here. Yeah, that's only on the TX. So really weird design. I honestly don't like these crevices because dust can get in, but so far none has gotten in, and yeah, that really looks neat. The Asahi pipe, I don't think this changed. I mean, I think they got shorter. But yeah, this is basically the same Asahi pipe as any other Asahi pipe. Just pretty generic. We have the stopper so the pipe will just go in. Camel doesn't have that. Camel, please, if you're listening, put a stopper to your pipe, because these guys, when you untighten it, it's literally just gonna come down off and your fan's gonna fall over. So yeah. So let's talk about the other design cues for this. Covers for the screw, not very usual for fan manufacturers. Not even KDK does that. They don't cover this up. Airmate bothers to cover it up, actually, or Asahi. Here's the buttons. Some kind of another quality control issue. The two buttons not aligned, but other than that, these buttons were really hard when they were brand new, but now they actually feel really nice. No, not as nice as Matsushita buttons or Camel buttons, but they're okay. Maybe because this one's a factory defect button. But yeah, they're fine, but not really cheap as Hanabishi. But yeah, it is on the little cheaper side, if you ask me how they feel. And yeah, that's not something you want to see. The bent button? Why? And then that's dirt. And then we have our pipe over here. Again, it's a detention type pipe. Then we have the base, which looks pretty classic base. Here's the motor cover. There's your screws. And yeah, don't mind that. That's a crack. Yeah, that was a crack. I dropped something super heavy on this and it just put a hole in it. So yeah, don't mind that. But yeah, do I have anything else to say? Not really. Asahi hasn't really changed this fan in like a decade and a half. Yeah, since 2006. They never changed this thing. So yeah. What else is supposed to be said here? Yeah. There's minor changes like the blade cap being different from 2006, and then they changed it a little bit in 2012, and then this is the current one. The 2012 one has a gold nut and less spikes on like the like less grip on the threads. Like those spikes, they're a lot less. But this one pretty much the same design. The older one, it looks like the one on my WF625R, which is gonna have a design showcase soon. But first we'll do the standard orbit fan. Those ones are coming up next. There's also a minor change with the motor on the shaft. They use C-clip spacers now instead of the shaft pin, which used to be unbalanced on like above 2010 Asahis. They changed this in 2020 with my model. So 2019, yeah, they're wobbly. But 2020 they actually improved, which is odd because that's pandemic times. So yeah. So what can I say for Asahi's quality? It basically never changed, like almost never changed. But yeah, they're getting expensive because instead of cheapening out the fans' parts, they just raised the price. So yeah, that's that's honestly, if you like a more premium feeling fan, this is hard. Like it's not as wobbly. I did have to fix something with the pipe. I don't know if I lost a part there, but yeah, now it's not wobbling anymore. The pipe, it just wobbles a little, which is normal for like any fan. I think my National does that too. But yeah, yeah, this fan is yeah, not very interesting because it hasn't changed in like a decade and a half. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go to the walk around.